Oh yeah, remember these memory card slots?
Memory.
Remember memory cards?
Remember memory cards with their whopping, what, 8 megabytes of storage?
Grotesque spider lady?
Yeah, that's what I'm into.
Not enough storage for me to remember what a memory card is, I'm sorry.
I didn't have a memory card on my original PlayStation, but luckily it was a time when like the games would still kind of support passwords, but I couldn't remember passwords, so I just left the game running on pause. I did that with a lot of games. I burnt out like 30 fucking GameCubes that way.
Jesus. Wait, what games on the GameCube used passwords?
No, I just didn't save. I just kept them on pause.
A trick I used to pause Phantasy Star Online for the GameCube, because you could not pause Phantasy Star Online, obviously, because it was intended to let you play online. But I would just open up the lid of the GameCube, and that would stop the disc spinning, and then it would just freeze up on the screen. As soon as you closed it again, it would resume.
Actually losing this gunfight with this fox.
And, you know, an epic shootout.
With his kick-ass double
The
barrel.
most dangerous game, a fox with a gun and a monocle.
Oh wait, it's just a pump gun.
And no legs, which makes him leave no tracks.
Oh yeah,
How will you ever catch him now?
he's just a sniper in the trees.
See, he made you think you killed him. He's a tricksy one.
Reminds me of like that I think the guy who was like the character design for Mickey Mouse eventually went over to Warner Brothers and made a Fox character that was exactly kind of looked like Mickey Mouse as revenge on Walt Disney for like cutting out his profits and not giving him like credit and shit.
How do you think Sniper Wolf managed to beat out Hunter Fox as a member of Foxhound?
Well, there can only be two foxes. There's Colonel Campbell, who was Chicken Fox, and then Gray Fox, who was Rennick Yeager.
Why can there only be two? Why couldn't there also be Hunter Fox?
Because there can also be only two snakes. And then one big fox.
Wait, no, but there was three. There was also Solidus Snake.
No, he was not in Foxhound, though. He was just the president.
But wasn't this like an official rule that there are only allowed to be two snakes?
Then,
It's
because
nepotism, I
there's
tell
only
you.
two parts of a double helix.
How else am I supposed to Asclepius this?
But what about the tri-helix?
Like,
The
Snake
dreaded
was
Tri-Helix.
Big Boss's old nickname, so it has some, like, prestige.
So is Solid Snake the Tri-Helix of courage or wisdom?
Well, you see, if Solid Snake's ever had a kid, it'd be an exact clone of Solid Snake with all his memories.
Also, Solid Snake gets a new mutation every week.
That's the plot of Metal Gear Solid 4.
As he slowly turns into a pile of goo and has children with all his mutations at his age. Sonny, I am so sorry to tell you.
Sonny knows, she remembers. It's kind of like how, Matt, you remember in, Extra, how that, the alien got its man body? By
No,
impregnating
what is
the
this?
late. Remember in the Extra? It was on
That-
Best of the Worst.
No,
That
but
they
there's been a lot of movies on Best of the Worst that I don't remember.
He impregnated the lady with his fully formed adult body, and he came out of her in the grossest adventure ever.
Wow, no, I don't remember this, and probably for good reason. Although now I want to find this episode again.
Yeah, it was like it was like two shitty horror movies, and then this is actually legit. Even though like the poster made it look like an ET ripoff.
Two shitty horror movies and the legit is my new band.
It was like if Pod People kept its like fucking original like slasher premise, but like just all the marketing was ET ripoff stuff. Remember Pod People?
No, I don't.
For the better.
Also, what's that present you have? Or is that your metal box?
Yeah, man, my metal box.
Which sounds weirdly like
Yo, why are we
Metabots.
snacking on that fruit?
Because I'm
Isn't that-
saving it until I can level both characters equally.
Oh, I see.
So what does the holy apple
the
do?
other one feeling jealous. Fruit of Eden increase the maximum HP of whoever you feed it to.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's the unexclusive one, because the other ones are exclusive to the characters and
Yeah,
increase
the
the
potato
defense.
pie and the witch parfait, which, as we all know, is really just fancy potato pie, are only usable by the individuals and increase defense, but the HP increases for whoever you prefer.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So if you really favor one character, you can boost their HP up. However, in general, if you're going to do that, you probably, if you're going to focus on only one of the two, it's normally better to pick Monica since she can't use the ride pod.
Yeah, but
Well, why I say this, because when you get max,
yeah, but there's also parts of the game where you can't play as Monica.
That is true, but you can still use the ride pod in those bits. And there are parts of the game where you can't play as Max, and if you lose the ride pod there, and if you have a low health Monica, you're kind of screwed. It's still better just to evenly split it, 100%. But if you wanted to focus, it'd be better to do Monica.
Monica and her partner, the ride pod, Steve.
And some other guy, he maintains the ride pod.
Also, I like these super casual, just like weird spider humans.
It's the spider ladies, the ones in the title.
Yeah.
Yo, stop burning that spider lady's buttons. She ain't doing nothing for that.
Yeah, aren't you trying to find the monstrous spider lady?
They
These are
are.
just kind of like doting spider ladies. You never call, you never write. Your brother writes, he's a weaver. Why couldn't you be a weaver?
Okay, so here's a
Tigriff.
yeah,
The wonderful things about this one is that it's not the only one.
Yeah, TI double riff.
Wait,
Oh, right, I forgot you added the
Yeah, caterpillar.
treads.
yeah.
There's a lot of good different legs. for
It's
the
like a
ride pod.
gun tank. The Gundam variant that was given to the kid with a wheelchair in Doozy Bot Pilot.
God, yeah, that's my favorite part. Is that the wheelchair kid becomes the only robot that has treads.
Also, wheelchair and only black kid in that show.
They needed to lump all their minorities into a single character.
Did you know he's also gay?
No, the skateboard guy was the gay one.
I have no idea what this is that we're talking
You need to look up Doozy. It was a pilot where they're trying to bring Gundam to the States, but instead they were trying to make it very Americanized instead of,
Oh, no.
it's kind of like that
It
one
had
pilot.
it had maybe the shittiest theme song I've heard out of any animated show ever, and I've listened to the theme song for fucking One Piece.
Yo, don't you fucking diss on One Piece. That's some sick-ass rhymes. Yo,
and-
don't give it up, Luffy.
Let's see, and yeah,
Looks
and
like
so
we
it was a
got
bunch of, instead of Gundams, there's these, like, waist-high robots.
It was kind of like it was kind of like the SD Gundams,
Yeah, but only...
except the
you
kids
don't-
transformed into them.
Yeah, they TF'd into them, and they had to stop the Xeon mobile suits from stealing power with a robot ostrich. And also, they never actually harmed
Are you sure it
each
wasn't
other.
a robot emu?
It could be either.
It could have been a chocobo for all I know. You want to ride this chocobo? And then there was that, and also the weird Sailor Moon pilot, where it was like a live-action cartoon combo show, where they actually had to sail around on like the surfboards with the sails on them. What are those things called?
Shit. I think they're just called sailboards.
Yeah, sailboards in space.
I don't
And
think
it was
that- I know
live
that the-
action and also a cartoon. And also there was another kid in a wheelchair in that show too. And then they just decided to like bring Sailor Moon over. But not the last final season.
Sailboard Moon.
Listen, they could, because that had, like, too many homosexual overtones. They couldn't just write off fucking Neptune and Uranus as cousins anymore in that one. Also, boys turning into girls. That was illegal back then.
They would have gone to anime jail. Like everyone involved with Utena.
Wait, what happened to the people involved in Utena?
Nothing happened to them, it's just that Utena is the most homosexual overtones.
I mean, Utena's was done by the guy who did like a bunch of seasons of the Sailor Moon anime.
Oh yeah, no.
It was just
but,
like
it's even more so.
Yeah.
It is blatantly
Also,
so.
the same guy who did Gay Bear anime.
Yes, Yuriko Murashi.
Gay Bear anime, which is the opposite what you would think it would be, along with Yuri on Ice. Which is the opposite of what you think it is.
Yeah, almost exactly the opposite. Turns out it's Yuri in the Russian sense.
Well, also, there's also
the
there are
Japanese
two
first
Yuris.
name Yuri.
Yeah, there are two Yuris. There's the Russian Yuri and the Japanese Yuri, and the Russian Yuri doesn't like the other Yuri because he has his name. There's only
Well, yeah, and
for
he's got
one Yuri.
and also the other Yuri has psychic powers and tried to nuke America.
You got it. And they're really just conspiring against the voice actor Yuri Lowenthal and hoping he won't play either of them in
Well,
English
yeah,
release.
well, they first have to sue, though, the Pokemon trading card game.
God damn it, fucking Yuri Geller.
Wait, I thought that was you, the guy you said was talking. Who was the guy who was trying to nuke America?
Yuri, I can't remember his full name. The guy from Red Alert.
Oh, you mean was that the character? What's
He
his
just
face?
he just calls somebody in America, and then suddenly all the guys manning the nuclear silos just shoot America's
Yuri's
arsenal at
Revenge
itself.
and stuff. I'm thinking of the guy. I know who that guy is. I was thinking of the guy who, what's his face plays, who's going to escape to the place, only one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism, space. You know what guy I'm talking about? He's the guy with the voice.
The guy, the one with the voice.
I don't actually.
Tim Curry.
Oh.
I had to think of what the Oliver Grass nicknamed Mal from Captain Planet. Tim Curry in a box.
And
Yeah, he was also in one of the Red Alert games.
Tim Curry's just like the best dude. Like he's so cool.
The best part of that clip, though, is he is trying his hardest not to laugh about yelling about escaping to go to space to escape capitalism.
As he stops by the first space box and gets a Vente Comet shake. Wait a second.
Listen, it has star in the name.
Wait a
You don't need
second.
to make a space version of Starbucks.
Nah, man, they're going all in. And he just like looks at his receipt and just,
Reminds me
wait
of
a
that guy
second.
who was trying to sell areas of like planets. It was like on Conan once.
Yeah,
Like-
because who's gonna stop him?
You could be the first Mars farmer.
Like he's
A
like,
farmer,
oh,
if you will.
I know right now space is the common heritage of mankind. That's probably going to change when we begin colonizing it, though.
Probably. Apparently, the space treaty has been amended so that people can actually privatize areas of space now.
Well, yeah, because how else are we going to do it? Have the colony, like countries claim it? You know how that works. You've seen Universal Century Gundam.
Yeah, no, it foretold the future.
Yeah, and just say goodbye to Sydney. Is there any, like, thing where a corporation owns a space colony in sci-fi? I guess...
Isn't that like Weyland Yutani? Didn't they do that?
I guess, yeah, they probably did. I guess also, like, Eclipse Space, because it has, like...
Yeah, corporations own everything in Eclipse Space.
Well, in the inner sphere, and in the outer sphere is just anything goes. You want a military junte? We got one on Jupiter. You want fucking a libertarian fucking rapture? We got that on an asteroid. You want fucking full communism now? We got that. But yeah, in inner sphere is all corporations and shit. Alright, yeah. Time to do some missions for people so I can move them into the woods.
Let's do some woods missions.
Gotta keep talking, guys, or else we're just gonna have these parts of awkward silence in our video, and that's only for streams.
Only for streams between times when we're talking about Alex Jones.
Like, yeah, so we gotta upgrade a sword for the sword lady.
So it should give us a specific sword that we have to feed more swords
Well, we
to?
just need to upgrade a sword and get that sword in general to give to her. We don't need to upgrade that specific sword. She just gives you a sword in case you need a sword.
She just gives you a sword. It's like, make me a sword. What kind of sword do you want?
Also, yeah, the way you recruit people is say, be my friend.
Be my friend. Alright, well, like, just add me on Facebook then. No, like, I want you to move out into the woods. You know, that's a little more than a friend would ask, so I'm gonna make you deliver some bread.
Okay, it's the Eternal Quest.
Alright.
In order to upgrade the sword, we gotta deliver the bread.
No. The thing is, the sword and the bread are not connected.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own unique quests that they need to become your friends, and then they become support characters, like we have with Eric and Cedric, and Borneo.
And Gregory, like, we had to give him the holy water.
Exactly. So there's a bunch of different quests that people will have, and they will join up with you, and they can perform various feats by either just being assigned there, or by using their skill points for the day and making good shit. This actually ends up becoming your main way of income, because a lot of the stuff they can make can be sold for dang large amounts.
Also, by the way, we were given the crunchy bread, which is special bread that heals us, like, fully restores us.
Yeah, crunchy bread is much better than regular bread, and we did not invent the
delicious
crunchy
crusty
bread.
I like a bread with a good crunch to it.
It's like French bread.
Yeah, or I guess Italian bread. French bread's kind of soft.
A good baguette is not particularly soft, but
Italiano.
in the most southern accent possible.
Oh, speaking of southern accents, let's go into the sewer.
Oh yeah. Gotta get talking to Donnie again.
You know that answer? I fucking hate you, Max! You're the worst! You endorse capitalism!
You also endorse capitalism, Donnie!
Only when it benefits me!
That's what capitalism's about!
Well, gee, Max, I don't know what to say, but give me some money and I'll give you some shit!
I'm old money, I've never capitalized!
Well, see, Max, that's your problem there. You ain't an industrious businessman like me. Living proper on your own.
Don't you remember what Scrooge McDuck said? You gotta circulate that money. Even though he's the last person to say anything about that. Because he has a fucking swing full of gold he bathes in daily.
I stopped listening and started picking my teeth with one of them photos you brought me.
Yeah, so Scrooge McDuck should not be talking about circulating money. His entire thing is he hoards money.
Which is,
he has
pretty
he
awesome.
he has a safe that's bigger than his house.
Back in the day where everything was on the gold standard, that is literally just taking money out of the world and hurting your entire governing body, but, you know.
Well, if he reintroduces that, that'll cause deflation, and he doesn't want that.
Everything he does is just kind of
No,
bad
I think
for him.
Scrooge McDuck is effectively his own nation.
Like, okay, also Scrooge McDuck, I think, was introduced after the gold standard went away, because he was... I think Disney Christmas Carol happened after, like, or during the Great Depression, or something. So, we kind of went off the gold standard. Well, we might have also been on bimetallism by that point, because people were talking about crucifying people with crosses of gold. Oh, by the way, this is for the priest to get him to be our friend. By the way, level 5 makes the Professor Laymanton games.
Wait, what? So we gotta do, like, matchstick puzzles? Like, what do you mean?
Well, you'll see.
It's a classic form of puzzle, except this is the easiest version of it you will ever see.
It reminds me of a puzzle.
It is a puzzle, it's just the easiest version of that puzzle. As Max stares deadpan into the front. Fuck God.
He turns his back on the,
So we gotta turn off all these candles, and turning off a candle will turn off all the candles next to it.
Oh, okay, it's a lights
However,
out
if they're
puzzle.
off, it'll turn them back on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
However, by having only 2 rows, this becomes incredibly simple, where you just kind of have to stagger it.
Yeah, you
I
just
think
have to ladder
that
climb
pre-prof
it.
was me looking it up in the fucking Prima game guide. Just to make sure.
Yeah, if there were 3 rows, it would get a little bit more complicated. Wait, was your line to him just, hello, be my friend?
No, your choices were hello or be my friend. At the be my friend, you don't even say hello.
Oh, okay.
It's not even a question, it's a demand. Be my friend!
Be my friend,
Yes,
I'm gonna move you out into the woods. You're gonna,
Yes,
you're
you
gonna
there.
chill out with some dwarves, I guess?
You're my friend now.
To be fair, no, the priest does not go in the woods. He's just going on the fucking train for a while.
That is true, but you could put him in the woods.
Does the
I
priest shit in the
could.
woods?
But no.
You can put anyone wherever you want,
But there are certain people that need to go certain places.
that is completely true. In the long run, he could not go there. In the short term, he could go there.
Alright, now time to give the gold paint to this guy. He wanted...
Hello, it's me. Crazy warlock artist. Haven't introduced you yet. This is me, being Pygmalion.
Yes, this is Julia. Say hello, Julia. Oh, she can't
Yeah, okay,
say
so when I
anything.
first saw this, I think the people think that, this is a painting of his wife. No, it's actually his wife is in the painting.
Yep, it's fucking Pygmalion. I can make things real, but she is not perfect enough yet. How else will I marry my anime waifu? Now I wonder, right? Is that
And so then at the end of this, we invent the Dakimura, right?
if all the characters in this, were brought into real life and therefore, stabilized out to look like regular people, would the picture of Julia still look like an anime? I feel like the answer is yes, and then she would turn out an anime because of that.
It's just like Hatsune Miku.
Exactly! She's gonna get interviewed on Letterman and everything.
Yeah, good old, Pygmalion Miku. You gotta teach her how to say the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plane in her robot voice. And she's having a hard time doing that because she was programmed to speak Japanese.
Daremo in Spanish.
Matt, that's racist, stop it.
You're racist.
Help, I fell in love with a racist robot that don't know what to do.
I think that was a YA novel.
No, that was one of your characters, Matt. Matt, you made that,
No,
remember?
nobody fell in love with that racist robot.
Wait
except
a
our
second.
listeners.
I feel like I'm missing something.
In a very old prototype of Sword of Dystopia, Matt made a racist robot who had to eat coal to survive. And then he later ran an adventure starring that racist robot.
Yeah, in the first draft of Sword of Dystopia, I made that character. I think specifically because racist was one of the downsides you could have.
What a likable protagonist.
There was also some other stuff about armor, and he had a katana for some reason because that was one of the weapons in the game.
God, it sounds
I
like
think
you're
that
just
was
playing one of the guys from Samurai 7.
I think I think it was at the point where SD was a weird clone of fucking
It used the
L5R.
roll keep system from 7th.
Yeah, it was.
L5R.
Yeah, before it became its kind of its own thing.
Figure, you point at the painting, waifu.
Like a lot of game design, it started off as a copy of something, and then it became its own thing. Like that new roguelike that's on Kickstarter. That was based on like the guy who made the Doom roguelike and the Aliens roguelike.
So, I want to point out that with these cool-ass purple warlock flames that Parn has with this horrible ritual to summon an eldritch waifu, that in all of his official art, Parn is like holding out a paintbrush that is purple and on fire. Is his sort of wand to manipulate the Elder forces.